Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Tuesday, May 17th, and the moon is in Sagittarius all day. After a few days of that Scorpio moon, very, very intense, emotionally intense, last few days, we come to this point with the moon in Sag where we are seeking understanding. We're just trying to make sense of what we see, of what we witness, and then in that sense of seeing what we see and attempting to understand what's actually going on. Well, I know many of you are feeling the way that I'm feeling at this time, and I know that I can't even really get to the depths of what this eclipse has brought up for us, both personally, not so much me personally, but certainly collectively, and then what's going on collectively affects us, personally. How do we find understanding through this? How do we get past the sense of perhaps futility and wasted potential and wasted opportunity when we decide that hate is a better path than love? Now, of course, we're not doing that. No, you're watching this because you love people and you want to see the world a better place. But sometimes it does seem like everything's against you for that. And so I stand here and enjoy this beautiful morning. And it is a beautiful morning. The birds are singing. It's cool. We had a rain, so all the trees and bushes and flowers look like they're covered in diamonds. And maybe that's the way we get through this, right? That's the way. So we know many of you are suffering through what happened in Buffalo, because every single one of us, I think, can put ourselves in the shoes of those poor people who, doing their daily stuff, were just decimated. And so we seek understanding. We seek to find a pattern in what we're doing. Know that no sacrifice is for naught, and that it's all bringing us closer and closer to the understanding that we are in this together, and we as people, just regular folk who go and do their shopping on Saturday, that we do have a voice and that we do have a capacity to change things for the better. And I do feel like with Saturn square the nodes, this eclipse in Scorpio, just putting in our faces that which we have refused perhaps to really we think we've gone far. We think we're better than we were, and we are. There's still a lot of work to do. And this Sagittarius moon, with Jupiter in Aries being dispositing that moon, makes us want to take action. Makes us want our voice to be heard. Makes us want to stand up for those who perhaps can no longer stand up for themselves. It's a beautiful day here today, and our love and our love, our thoughts, our prayers, our imaginings are in the direction of a different world, a better world, a more loving world full of loving kindness. The Sag Moon does help us feel a little bit more optimistic, although I have to say optimism this morning is a little hard to find. But if we dig, and very often I think that on some level, I guess we pick our experiences. I don't know. I like to think that, but maybe it's just because I like to think we have some sort of, I don't know want to call it control, but input into the things that we experience. So for all of those who are suffering, for those beautiful people in Buffalo who have lost grandmothers and mothers and aunties, and for all of us who are less today because those people are gone, we have to hold on to the hope of a better tomorrow. They certainly did. They certainly did. So let's just see what's going on today here in the garden. I don't have much to say, really. I find it hard to talk today because I know how many of you are. I'm feeling you guys. Wisteria, beautiful. Yeah, just another beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right, guys. What can I say? I can say that we can make a difference. We have to just put one foot in front of the other. Take a day at a time, as they say, right? Everybody says one day at a time, but really that's all we have. Whether you're a recovering alcoholic or whatever, we only really have one day at a time. And this moment in time, the choices that you make at this time, how you spend your time, and what you're putting out into the world matters. And it all comes together, and it all sort of adds up to a different world. We live in a different world. This is not the world that we lived in when the Tulsa massacre occurred. This isn't the world we lived in even when George Floyd was murdered. We don't live in that world. We live in a different world. It's a better world in a lot of ways, but sometimes it seems that it's not enough, not fast enough. Have yourself a wonderful day, everyone. Please like and subscribe if you like. Share these if you find them helpful. And I'm doing a Kabbalah class for those of you who have wanted to know about that. It's scheduled to start tomorrow, Wednesday the 18th, although I have to say I may move it up a week because I didn't give you guys a lot of time to find out about it, and that's my own fault. So, plus Mercury's retrograde, so I did try. Oh, God. So, see you guys tomorrow morning and in the garden. Take care, everyone. Much love. Namaste.